Played and they're off and racing, and there's a good level line out. Hard to pick an early leader with Complacent rolling forward. I'm Imposing. Pretty handy four-teller on the fence. Sense of Occasion rolls up. Celtic Prince out deep. Haraki's not that far off them on the inside of Galante. Moriarty drifts back now in the last two, Ruling Dynasty and Grand Marshal. As the favourite Complacent leads, but Celtic Prince is going up to rattle his cage, and Celtic Prince pushes on, and Abdullah's going to find the front here on the 100-to-1 shot. Celtic Prince by a length and a half now to Complacent. Galante pulls his way into third and won't drop the head at the moment on the outside of Sense of Occasion. Two further back to I'm Imposing, then four-teller on the inside of Haraki. A length further back to Moriarty. A second last is Ruling Dynasty, and the Sydney Cup winner Grand Marshal is last of all. So Celtic Prince is going along at a decent enough gallop. It's out by 2.5 lengths to the hot favourite Complacent, followed by Sense of Occasion racing in third position on the inside of Galante. Two further back to I'm Imposing, then four-teller from Haraki, Moriarty, Ruling Dynasty, Grand Marshal the last one. Celtic Prince, the bolter of the field, giving his back as a great side at very big odds, leads by 4 lengths to Complacent. Galante just shading Sense of Occasion in third, then the veteran I'm Imposing. Four-teller the rouse from Haraki. Well back then is Moriarty from Ruling Dynasty, and Grand Marshal is the last one, racing to the turn. Celtic Prince 4 in front. McDonald riding very quietly on Complacent in second as they race around the corner now. Then Sense of Occasion, Marrera sliding forward on Haraki with a very good run. I'm Imposing got shut out, and further back to Moriarty. Complacent makes his move, so does Haraki on the outside, and they're broken clear. Haraki puts his head in front from Complacent. They're well clear from Moriarty and I'm Imposing. Haraki gets a head in front from Complacent, who's fighting back the inside. Haraki and Complacent bobbing and just got there. Oh, what a classic race. And Complacent just nosed out Haraki. They finish well clear from the rest. I'm Imposing and Moriarty. Then Galante from Grand Marshal, four-teller, Sense of Occasion, Ruling Dynasty, and Celtic Prince was the last to finish.
Wasn't that exciting? I mean, I felt for Mac because he wanted to ride Haraki, you know, and I said, oh, mate, it'd be a bit rude of us to do that, to be fair. And Darren had a chat to him and made the call to ride the black horse. So we knew Haraki was ready to fire today, and I think he acquitted himself really well and got himself back into the game in terms of Caulfield Cup.
Short price favourite, and credit to the horse, he had to drag the whole field up, and he did it well. So
50th running of the Epsom, and the gates open. They're off and racing. Terranado missed the start, so did Messina, and Hook jumped best with Ecuador the outside. Malice away well into third. Entirely Platinum's going forward from Pressing, and Sadler's Lake in about sixth. Then Sons of John, Lucia Valentina is improving on the rails on the inside of Rudy, and Winks has caught 3 wide going to the bend. Further back then to Terranado from Messina. Kiramosa second last, and Swayness is the last one. Entirely Platinum presses on now and races to the lead, but Hooked immediately comes off the inside with Ecuador on the outside. Two further back to Malice, then Pressing from Sons of John. Further back to Lucia Valentina on the inside of Sadler's Lake. A length further back to Winks around Rudy, then Kiramosa. Well back then is Terranado with Messina, and last of all is Swayness. Entirely Platinum at the 700 metres, leads by 3/4 to Ecuador. Hooked with cover in third on the outside of Malice, then Sons of John from Pressing, Lucia Valentina. Bowman starting to get a little bit closer now, and Winks as they come to the home turn. For Stephen deeper with Kiramosa pulling out in front, and Swayness is getting to the outside. The Chargers on in the Epsom, and Hooked and Sons of John have raced up to hit the lead. It's Hooked and Sons of John from Ecuador. Now Winks is starting to close in from Kiramosa. Hooked and Sons of John, but Winks is starting to unleash with a powerful sprint, and Winks races up to hit the lead. She shot away in the Epsom. It's all over. Ecuador's Sons of John, Messine for the Miners, but Bowman high in the irons gives the big salute. She bolts in Winks from Ecuador's Sons of John. Messine ran home into fourth, followed then by Lucia Valentina. Malice from Entirely Platinum, Sadler's Lake, Rudy, Terranado, Kiramosa Pressing. Hook dropped off from Swayness. She's done it.
The punters, the people at home get to see her win these races from impossible positions.
distances, whether it be 2,400 metres in an Oaks or first up 1,300 or today in a classic Randwick mile. And not only that, she overcomes barrier draws, track conditions and scrimmages on the turn. I did set close my eyes, hoping for the best, hoping they'd come home safely.
Superstar in the making, and look, I don't like to get carried away, but she got stood on her head at the 450.
Again?
Get herself regathered, composed, won with authority. I'd just like to congratulate Chris Waller on the management of the
three-year-old fillies, and they're off and racing. Sophia Rosa taken back at the start, and Flamboyant Lass won the break, but the favourite Speak Fondly straight up into second. Lauren's Magic Parks in third, Sempre Libra into fourth, then Hanesta a bit closer from Perinon. A length after Pearls, Kimberly Star, Ocean Tempest, gone to Paris being snagged back, and Sophia Rosa goes to second last. It's Flamboyant Lass and Speak Fondly skipping along, two in front of Lauren's Magic and Sempre Libra handy fourth. Two off to Hanesta coming away from the rails, Perinon taking that position. A length off to Pearls, then Ocean Tempest, Kimberly Star, Sophia Rosa, and Gone to Paris is the last one down the High Street side of the course, and it's Flamboyant Lass a half in front of the favourite Speak Fondly, then Lauren's Magic from Sempre Libra. Further back to Hanesta around Perinon, who inches closer on the fence. Two further back to Pearls, then Ocean Tempest, Kimberly Star, Sophia Rosa, and Gone to Paris is the last one. Racing to the turn at the 600. Flamboyant Lass a half in front of Speak Fondly. Sempre Libra's inching close to the outside, pulling out three wide. Hanesta moves up four wide now. Then Lauren's Magic from Perinon, Pearls, Ocean Tempest, Kimberly Star as they flatten for the run to the judge in the flight stakes. Sempre Libra goes up to Speak Fondly, then Hanesta. Perinon darting back towards the inside together with Flamboyant Lass. Further back to Pearls and Kimberly Star. Speak Fondly races to a narrow lead. They're charging at her. Perinon the inside, Flamboyant Lass still there. Hanesta won't go away. It's Speak Fondly from Perinon and Hanesta. Great three-way battle. They hit the line. Speak Fondly in the centre. Oh, she might have just clung on. Great three-way go. Speak Fondly attacked the outside by Hanesta and Perinon the inside. Clear from Pearl, Sempre Libra, Flamboyant Lass, Sophia Rosa, then Kimberly Star, Lauren's Magic, Gone to Paris, and Ocean Tempest was last in an epic finish to the flight stakes.
You can't take anything away from her. She was there, Greg. She was, idling along, and that grey was breathing down her neck, and I thought, oh, heavens, don't tell me we're going to get beaten here. And she just gave that little bit. So only got to give a little bit to win these races, and she did that. Gosh, she's good.
Yahoo! That's an awesome feeling, no doubt.
Oh, it's magic, especially when you're in them close finishes, and I have you counted beside me. It's the best feeling in the world, but full credit to Gay. She's had this filly flying since day one, and look, to be honest, I don't know if she ran the mile out that well today, but she was just tough. I remember saying during the week, she's very similar to Sweet Idea.
Set now on the Metropolitan, the gates open, they're off and racing, and that's a good level start out. Jumping well was all back together with Bonfire. Chance to Dance going forward, as is Morris. So there's four vying for the early lead. Bowman's cutting across into Beyond Thankful, moving into a three-wide position early on the outside of Beaten Up. Magic Hurricane handy on the fence. Then Opinion from Janoob. Havana Coolers looking for a spot in. Marrera's found it. Has three behind him now. Is Ghost Protocol. Disclaimer, our Moonquith has been taken back to last. Purton makes the running here in the Metropolitan on Orbeck. It's out by a length to Bonfire, rolling up on the outside. Morris sits in third. Beyond Thankful's got some cover now on the outside. A Chance for Dance. Two further back to Beaten Up, then Magic Hurricane. A length to Opinion and Janoob from Havana Cooler. Two further back to Ghost Protocol from Disclaimer. And our Moonquith got close to heels at the mile mark, and it's still back last. So Orbeck, a slight change of tactics, making the running in the Metro. It's out by a length to Bonfire into a clear second. Two further back to Morris. Chance to Dance, travelling strongly in fourth. On the inside of Beyond Thankful, he's overdoing it a fraction. The favourite Magic Hurricanes midfield the rails on the inside of Beaten Up. Then came Janoob from Opinion, Havana Cooler, Ghost Protocol, Disclaimer, and our Moonquith is the last one. 1,200 metres to run. They're at the halfway mark. Orbeck a length clear from Bonfire. Then Morris on the outside of Chance for Dance. Beyond Thankful tracking up well. A half the inside to Magic Hurricane. Then Beaten Up from Janoob. Further back to Opinion, Havana Cooler, Ghost Protocol from Disclaimer. And our Moonquith is last, and Walker's now easing to the outside. Down the High Street side of the course of the 800. Orbeck a narrow leader from Bonfire. Then Morris Chance to Dance Beyond Thankful. Magic Hurricane in 6. A half the outside to Beaten Up. Then Janube from Opinion and Havana Cooler gives away a big start. Our Moonquith is still back second last as they ramp it up coming to the turn. Orbeck being eyeballed now by Bonfire the outside. Morris in third from Beyond Thankful. Magic Hurricane slicing his way through the field with Chance to Dance and Havana Cooler. They've all left the fence and he's running on. It's Orbeck in front from Bonfire. Magic Hurricane goes up the inside. Beaten Up running on. Magic Hurricane, the last favourite, hits the lead. He's drawn away in the Metropolitan from Beaten Up and Havana Cooler. But Magic Hurricane's clearing the Metropolitan. The Mac attack continues. That's 5 for Godolphin. Big win, Magic Hurricane from Beaten Up and Havana Cooler. Then Chance to Dance from Orbeck. Bonfire Opinion, our Moonquith late from Janube. Further back to Morris. Ghost Protocol, Beyond Thankful. Disclaimer was last.
It's about, from my perspective, it's about the quality of the horses that I have to train and the people around me and the facilities I operate on. And I think if most trainers had that at their disposal, they'd achieve similar results. So I'm humbled by the opportunity. I must be always grateful of the performance of my team, and we speak highly of them all the time, but they deserve all the praise they get.
This is the second time in Sydney you've ridden 5 winners.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's actually fantastic to be a part of Godolphin's team, and I'm just privileged that I'm riding for one of the greatest empires in the world.